Whether you're a foreign executive or a stay-at-home mom who want to make new friends, speaking mistakes make you look so bad. Let's take a look at the most common and see how you can help yourself move past towards better fluency. Hello guys, it's me again. Welcome back to the channel English with Farshad. What I can do to improve my English? Wrong word order for questions. Word order might pose a problem for ESL students in general, but when it comes to question, the mistake is glaring. This type of mistake when asking questions is often accompanied by the wrong intonation. In this case, falling instead of rising, which makes the question sound like a statement or an incomplete sentence. There was much people at the party. Countable or uncountable mix-ups. It's very easy to tell when a student has not effectively learned the difference between countable and uncountable nouns. They make mistakes with much, many, few, a little, and less, and fewer, giving us phrases like I have few money and I read much books. I love Disney World. It's very funny. Word choice. There are words that ESL students typically mix up. Some are quite similar, like fun or funny, or further and farther. And there are others that are easily confused, like watch, see, and look. Do you know the differences? Tell me in the comments. I'm waiting for it. My company, it is big. Repetition of the subject. Quite often, ESL students use a noun as a subject of the sentence and yet feel compelled to add the pronoun right after it. He have a lot of money. Subject-verb agreement. There is a big problem in both speaking and writing. It is very common in ESL learners, but a hurdle they should definitely overcome if they want to make a better impression when speaking. I was born on 1991. Wrong preposition on, at, or in. It is one of the most popular questions from the students. They use the wrong preposition in so many cases, and so often it is impossible to correct every single one. My mother told me she broke your leg. Confusing pronouns. Your mother broke what? I can assure you my leg is not broken. This is one of my favorite mistakes to correct because this confusion gives rise to all types of funny statements, claiming from the students to have spent your money to reports of parents having cleaned your room. My daughter is embarrassed and she will have her own baby next month. Mistaking words that are similar in their native language. The student's daughter has nothing to be embarrassed about. The student has made this mistake because the word for pregnant in Spanish in embarazada. That sounds very similar to embarrassed. Each language has words that may sound a lot like words in English, but have completely different meanings. And the students should be careful with these. Also similar to this mistake is inventing words in English by applying typical patterns. Hi, what's up? Using inappropriate language. Even after we get all of the grammatical mistakes out of the way, ESL students still have a hard time figuring out what is appropriate or inappropriate depending on the context. It's nice to meet you. Using wrong stress. The student may say something that is perfectly correct, grammatically speaking. But what happens when you put a stress on the wrong word? It may lead to confusion or misunderstanding. Consider the difference between he didn't pay for one lesson versus he didn't pay for one lesson. But how to help yourself move past these speaking mistakes? There are two tiers to correcting and improving these mistakes. The first tier is easiest to attack. It is composed of the typical grammatical errors you can work on through extended practice and worksheets. The second tier involves things that you have a hard time grasping, like the difference between informal and more formal language, intonation, and stress, as well as the other nuances of the English language. But how to correct typical grammar mistakes? When it comes to correcting grammatical mistakes while you're speaking, every ESL teacher comes to this hard realization. You can't correct every single mistake. Firstly, it seriously hinders fluency and doesn't help boost morale if you're being corrected every single second or so. Secondly, it simply can't be done, not unless the teacher records what a student says and replay it so you can correct every single mistake. As in most things in life, we need to pick up our bottle, and here is how you can choose which grammar mistakes to correct. Things you should already know by now, like the conjugation of the third person singular in the present simple tense. Problems that are shared by several students. Mistakes that are repeated again and again by the same student. Mistakes that are connected to the lesson goal. Guys, thank you for watching me again. If you enjoy watching this video, please hit the like button for me and leave all your comments below. And for the last but not the least, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and never miss out any of my videos.